your community connection.
Welcome to another edition of Wake Up Extra, everybody. I'm Justin Brown.
And I'm Dalen Brazelton.
Happy Monday. Did you have a good weekend?
You know what? I did, Justin. I've been slacking a little bit on Christmas decorating, but I finally got around to it. Our living room, our kitchen, everything was decorated, but I finally got to decorating the office room, you know?
Oh, you decorate your kitchen for Christmas?
Oh, you better believe it. Yeah, man.
I have a gingerbread, dish towel that you like.
Oh, that's
I have a
cute.
gingerbread
There
dish
you go.
towel.
Yeah, no, so I mean, it's just little things like that. But, you know, I finally got around to it, and it feels a lot more festive in my house. I'm excited to get home and just, like, be in the Christmas stuff, you know?
Well, you know, I wasn't planning on getting a tree, and I just caved, and I got a tree. It's in the mail. It's en route. So it'll be here for the weekend, just in time for Christmas. But I had to get a tree.
Is it a big one, a small one?
7 foot.
Okay, wow,
Yeah,
big tree. There you go.
Yeah, it's fake, but it's pre-lit, so...
You know what? I feel like fake trees is just, it's kind of the way to go these days, man.
Yeah, I feel like I would, I don't know, if I had a real tree, I don't know, I'm afraid that, I don't know, then I'd have to, like, throw it away. And
Exactly, yeah. This is reusable, so sounds like a good weekend, right?
Yeah, well, listen to what happened to me over the weekend. So, I take Barkley to the grocery store with me usually every Sunday, so I don't have to leave him at home, my little English bulldog. And, you know, the people love seeing him, and he loves going out. Well, there was one woman at the grocery store yesterday who was not a fan of seeing Barkley out at the grocery store. And she looks at me and she says, "Don't you think he would have been better off if you left him at home?" And I was like shocked. And I didn't know what to say. And then she followed it up again because I didn't answer her.
Wombo combo.
And I said to her, I said, "How do you know he's not a service animal?" She looks me up and down. She's like, "He's not." And I'm like,
wow.
Actually, for your information, he is listed as an emotional support animal to help me with my anxiety. But I don't think I have to explain that to someone at the grocery store.
That is a crazy interaction.
Well,
wow.
It gets crazier.
Oh, no.
So then I was like, well, actually, he is. And she's like, well, show me his certification. And I was like, what? And then she peeks over, like, she goes like this to look at my chest. And she's like, "I don't see a badge on you." And I was like, that's not how it works. Like, I wouldn't wear, like, a badge that I have an emotional support animal. And then I'm like, wait, why am I explaining myself to you? I was like, who do you think you are? And she goes, well, I know who you are. And I'm just like, then it hit me, like, I can't even go to the grocery store in peace with my dog. And it set me off the whole day. It just ruined my whole day. Man. Like, how could you be mean about my dog, who is the nicest, most gentle, lovable, pudgy little English bulldog, and then to just be like, to just be hammering me and grilling me to show her certification and then be like, "I know who you are." Okay.
Crazy life of a local celebrity, huh, Justin?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, now what I've learned from that is to go shopping during off-peak hours. Don't go shopping at the grocery store on a Sunday. Also, yeah, don't take it upon yourself unless you're a business owner and it's bothering you to ask someone to show you certification of whether or not that animal is a support animal, because frankly, it's none of your business. And yeah, that just set me off the whole day. Like the way that she said, "I know who you are." Like, what am I supposed to do with that? It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Justin, it's Monday. It's a new week. We got our
Wait.
What?
Do you see that?
Oh, hello.
Get out.
You don't think? I think that is Justin.
Oh my God, is that Mary Poppins?
Oh my goodness, it is Mary Poppins. What in the world? Hello.
Good morning.
Oh my God, have a seat.
Happy Monday, Western Slope. Please have a seat. Miss Poppins,
Gentlemen,
big fan.
It's so good to see you.
Yes, welcome to Wake Up Extra.
Right here.
Oh my goodness, wow.
To what do we owe this pleasure?
Oh, well, I was just flying about and I saw you two here and I thought I might pay a visit.
Well, we are so excited to have you here. Is there any special reason you're in Grand Junction?
Well, there is a little something special happening this weekend, you see. At the Avalon Theatre, we're doing a production of Mary Poppins.
I love that show.
Oh, get out.
Yes.
Tell us what people can expect. When is it? Give us all the information.
Oh, well, we open on the 19th. That's this Friday. And
You even brought a full screen with you.
Wow.
She came prepared. What's in that magical bag of yours?
Well, you know, I do have certain powers.
It's true.
We have 4 performances. 2 on Saturday, 2 and 7 p.m., and then 1 on Sunday as well. And you can expect exactly what you've seen in the movie. It's all of our favorites, things that we grew up with in our childhoods, the lovely songs that everybody loves.
Look, I don't want to put a woman on the spot and ask her how old she is, but Mary Poppins is a timeless tale. You are a timeless figure. Without putting a number on it, why do you think you're so timeless?
Well, a lady doesn't share all her secrets.
Fair enough. But generations have grown up with you. Me, my parents, my grandparents as little kids read the books of Mary Poppins. So this is
lovely.
exciting. Can you tell us, for people out there who don't fully know, because I think that this is a question a lot of people want to know, what does supercalifragilisticexpialidocious really mean?
It means extra, super wonderful. It's really a good word, don't you think?
I think we should bring it back, honestly.
Yes. Can you let me? Can we hear you say it?
Absolutely. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. All right. So that's a word with a lot of letters. Dalen, do you think you can spell it?
Okay, here we go.
Let's see here. I wrote it down.
SUPERCALI
Yeah.
FRAG supercalifrag
Yes.
ISTICEXPA.
No. Oh, so close.
I was way further along than I thought I would be.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay. Can you spell it, Mary Poppins?
Of course I can.
Okay, let's hear
Please.
it.
SUPERCALIFRAGILISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's it.
Holy cow. That
This
is something.
This is the real Mary Poppins in town.
Can you say it backwards?
No, but I bet you can.
Please.
Suyo exaliab zixit siligar filicaripus.
Whoa. Say that 3 times.
No, I don't have to.
We
All right,
love a magic lady with limits.
Yes.
It's great.
All right. Well, the show, it's a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious adventure. Tell us about some of the adventures that you'll be getting into in the show.
Well, yes. One of the first games that I play with the children is we go to the park. And they think it's just going to be a normal walk in the park, but do you know what happens?
Well, it's not a normal walk in the park if Mary Poppins is there.
I'll say that much.
But the statues come alive, and then they dance with us. And it's so much fun. And then later, the toys come alive in the nursery. And we have all kinds of lovely, lovely adventures together. On the rooftops of London, even, with Bert, my good friend.
Speaking of Bert, your good friend, Dick Van Dyke played him in the movie with you. And he just turned 100 years old.
He's such a lovely chap.
What was it like working with Dick Van Dyke?
Absolutely a dream come true. Could there be a more perfect Bert than, well, of course, than our Gabe Gallegos here locally? I mean, he's
love him.
excellent.
Yes. Dick Van Dyke approved, I heard.
Yes.
Yes. All right. You're bringing this show to Grand Junction during a time when the arts community, I think it's really thriving and it's really pulsating right now, getting bigger and better. What about the Grand Valley and the Western Slope made you want to come and bring the show here? Talk about the art community here a little bit.
Well, we are so lucky to have the theatre project led by Dana Schmidt. She does an amazing job.
She does.
Bringing theatre to the entire community, teaching children. She's a Mary Poppins in and of herself, really. But it is a blessing to the community, and I think that it helps to make our community thrive. Theatre teaches people how to think like someone else and put themselves in someone else's shoes. And that's really important.
Well,
to
a
have
lot
that
of
kind
lessons
empathy.
for Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins brings us a lot of lessons, and we're very excited about that. Before you go, can I take a peek inside your magic bag?
Oh, well, you can't see all my secrets, but yes.
Okay.
Oh, we got an exclusive
I've always
here,
wanted
Western
to know.
Slope.
What
This
is in-
This is very curious here.
Ooh, okay.
All right, Justin, what do we got in here?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
There-
Oh, don't fall in.
Don't
Whoa,
give it
whoa.
all away.
Something just bit me in there.
Ooh.
Whoa. All right, let's close that up. That's dangerous. Only Mary Poppins can handle that bag.
It's true.
All right. Well, Mary Poppins, we're going to put that information up on the screen one more time. I hope everybody in the community comes out. What a great event for the family during the holidays where, it has the magic without necessarily, look, if you maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe you celebrate Hanukkah, but you want something to do during the holidays and just still have that magic. This is great for that. Again, the information up there on the screen, and you can also go to theaterprojectgj.com for more information on getting those tickets at the Avalon Theatre happening this weekend. And then Mary Poppins will be off on another supercalifragilisticexpialidocious adventure. I just love that word.
That is amazing.
All right. Well, Mary Poppins, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been really a pleasure.
Oh, please. The pleasure is all ours.
Oh, but the wind has changed and I need to go.
Oh, indeed it has.
All right. And speaking of wind, Dalen's going to give us an update on today's weather and the weather for the week, actually, to let us know which way the wind's going to be blowing for Mary Poppins.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let me tell you, folks, this week is shaping up to be a lovely one for Western Colorado. Now, while we may not be seeing any snow expected, really for most of the state, we're expecting some great temperatures in the meantime. So if you're excited for some warmth, well, I've got great news for you. But if you're dreaming of a white Christmas, things might be a little different here. Cloud coverage expected to be a little bit different this week compared to last week. That's kind of the big story, is we're waking up to a little bit more clouds than we did last week. That's kind of expected to dissipate, though. Now, while the sun rises and the sun sets, we got some interesting stuff developing. Winter officially in 6 days from the time of recording on Monday at the very least. We're expecting to see some lovely conditions. The winter solstice itself, the sun setting at 4:55 p.m., rising at 7:30, and then from there we're off to the races, continuing to set later and later as we head into the rest of the year. Now, like I mentioned, not a whole lot of weather for Colorado. It's not like we're not trying at the very least. There are atmospheric rivers developing in the region. It's just pushed too far north where, honestly, most of the United States isn't really seeing anything until Wednesday, where we're seeing those central mountains kind of condensed into some higher elevation snowfall. Maybe the northwest part of the state seeing some rainfall, but what we're seeing here in the valley is no chances of precipitation until maybe the weekend. And even that isn't looking too terribly likely at this point in time. So get ready for some lovely conditions, folks. If you're liking some warmth, then this week is definitely going to be the one for you. But me personally, I'm looking forward to a little bit of snow, and it seems like in the next couple of days, those higher elevations might be seeing something, the Mesa, for example, in the next 5 days. But next week, hopefully we're seeing a little bit more snow development happening. For example, Powderhorn only seeing about 12 inches of snow, and for that ski report, you'd like to see at least 18 inches. For this week on the Cozy Cat forecast, we got Spotty and Baby, and it's time to bring out the Christmas tree. All of the cat photos pulling in have that Christmas tree in it, and of course, you got a cat. Just make sure that you are careful around that. We're seeing some lovely conditions, though. Those low 50s pushing in for quite a while. And then developing into the mid-50s in the midweek. But take a look. Friday, things really start to take a bit of a turn for the worst as we're seeing nearly 60 degrees. Let's put it this way, folks. The average that we're supposed to be at is in those upper 30s. Our overnight lows are almost hitting where our highs are supposed to be. So it's going to be kind of warm around the region, to say the least. And that's really reflected with the drought monitor as well. We're seeing abundantly dry conditions, especially around the Mesa. On On the Mesa, it's a little bit less, but Grand Junction, Palisades, seeing still level 3 severe drought. And what we're expecting for the next several days is some great conditions. Low 50s for those highs, mid 50s in the midweek, and then like we mentioned, that cloud coverage. Broncos, though, making it to the playoffs. They're playing once again on Sunday, and then again on Christmas against the Chiefs. Isn't that a good time? And then for Montrose, those low 50s, well, that pushes into some lovely conditions as well before joining Grand Junction for the 60s at the end of the week. Now, hopefully we don't see the 60s. It is, of course, the middle of December, but things are starting winter very warm, to say the least. But that's what you can expect for your weather this week.
All right, did you see this?
Let's hear it.
All right, did you see this? A skydiving attempt in Australia went awry after one person's parachute snagged on the aircraft's tail, leaving them suspended 15,000 feet in the air. This is footage from the jump captured by a camera mounted on the plane. It shows the first skydiver and the camera operator climbing out of the roller door and the handle for the diver's reserve parachute snagging onto that wing flap, inadvertently deploying their chute. The parachute drags the skydiver backwards, sending their legs into the plane's stabilizer and knocking the camera operator into a free fall. Now, the parachute then wraps around the stabilizer, suspending the parachutist below the aircraft while the pilot wrestled to stabilize the plane. 13 more parachutists exited the aircraft while the 2 remained in the doorway. Now they did land safely after all of that. But that's just making me dizzy looking at that. Like 15,000 feet in the air. That's a couple miles. Whew. What is the scariest thing that you have ever survived?
Oh, man, growing up, we used to have some pretty gnarly dogs around the neighborhood. And I remember one time I went to go try to introduce myself to our new neighbor and knocked on their door, turned around, and their dog was there growling at me and was not happy that I was in his yard. And so I kind of closed the screen door on myself. And so I was sandwiched between the main door and the screen door, just like trying to wait for this dog to. They weren't home, so no one was answering the door.
That's
so I just had to sit there and wait for
as a
this
kid.
dog to leave. Yeah, I was terrified.
Oh, wow. Well, I went skydiving twice. Luckily, everything was flawless with that. But I did have a scary plane moment. I was flying from San Diego back to visit my family in Pennsylvania one year, and it was like one of those small planes that's like the size of a school bus, which I hate the small planes because you feel like almost every single bump. And there was a snowstorm. There was a layover in Chicago, and from Chicago to Pennsylvania, we were flying through a snowstorm, and you just felt every single bump. And I did not like it. But this is what scared me, was the flight attendant. It was like an SNL sketch. The flight attendant would go up to the, the noise when the pilot's calling for the flight attendant and they get up on the phone. Well, the pilot, the flight attendant kept going up, getting the phone, and then their face would be like, and then they would get off the phone, and then they would just get the thing, and they would just say something that sounded completely different from what their face said a moment before. And I'm like, there's something they're not telling us.
Yeah.
But 3 different times, the flight attendant, he got up and he was like, and I'm just like, what are they saying?
Yeah, that's horrifying.
So we might have been near a crash or something. I don't know, where things weren't looking so good, but they kept it a wrap. But that made me think of that when I saw that. Glad he's okay in that.
Absolutely.
That's wild. Just even though I'm sure these people probably do this over and over and over, and they probably don't get scared by the littlest thing, but that had to catch them off guard and be like,
it reminds me a lot of those Red Bull athletes that'll just go and do crazy things, like adrenaline junkie type things. And it reminds me of one of the most famous Red Bull athletes, Felix Baumgartner, the first person
from space?
to free fall from space. Can you imagine just being that high up in the air and just jumping? Even with this guy with a parachute and a reserve parachute, you expect me to untangle myself from this airplane and then just keep going like nothing. You would never catch me off the ground again.
I remember watching that video. I wonder if that's what it feels like for Mary Poppins.
Oh, I sure hope so,
When
Justin.
Mary Poppins is flying, who was in Grand Junction. So that does it for today's Wake Up Extra. We have a good look at the weather. Looks like it's going to be a great week today. We know to be careful if you go skydiving. And guess what? Mary Poppins is in town. It's going to be a good week here on the Western Slope.
Yeah, make sure you support your local theaters, the arts, and everything in between for Grand Junction, because it's always a great time when we can get people like Mary Poppins into town.
I mean, I was starstruck.
Absolutely.
Starstruck. All right, everyone. Have a great day, a great week, and happy holidays.